Just really excited. First of all, my co-host Jennifer Eskew. Jennifer, here we go. Another amazing author. And how did you connect with him?
TikTok of all things. Scrolling through, trying to find that magical place they call Book Talk and find people who are interested in my genre. And I see this guy selling books living inside his car. And his name is
Wow.
Ryan Milletti. And then I get to looking into him a little bit more as to what he's doing, because I'm thinking, do I need to move into my truck and sell books, and what's happening with this guy? And that's when I learned about his incredible story of how he uses his writing as an author and a co-author of multiple novella paperback books that are all, he's got great reviews. I checked him out on Goodreads. I checked him out Amazon. I checked him out all over the place. And all I could see was, wow, like 4,000 plus reviews. This is wonderful. And he uses his books for charity to help people. So I thought, we got to help this guy because he's got some books left to sell to get out of that car.
Wow. I mean, and that's amazing. That's called setting a goal for yourself, Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a journey, that's for sure.
I mean, to be able to sell books and say, this is the number I need to sell, or else, how do you put yourself on like a program like that? And then, Jennifer, I know you have a question, but that's just
No,
shocking.
no.
Well, I mean, getting into the vehicle, it's more of you see a need, you feel a need, and then it comes down to, okay, well, how much do we need? Um, and it just came down to, well, if we sell this many books, we're good. And so that's pretty much, it's just a daily countdown now of how many we sold that day, what we were able to do, and videos. And so everybody can watch it live and everybody can follow the story live. So it's just, it just brings everybody together, really.
It does. Okay. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Yeah. First off, Ryan, tell everybody who you're raising money for and why on this one, because this book sales are not for you. So
Right. No. So I, my mom, at the beginning of summer, she came up to me. It's like, you need to help this guy. And his name was Ted, and he had to refinance his home to pay for his wife's. She had to go through surgery or cancer treatment, and they had to refinance their home. And the problem is he's struggling to go back to work at 75. He's been out of work for a month out of the 3 months he's been working to try and pay his home back off to take care of his wife. And so I was like, okay, well, we can do that. I got a new book coming out, and we'll just use, everything that I sell on the TikTok shop, we'll just give to him until he gets that taken care of, because I don't want a veteran and his wife to lose their home for medical bills. And so I'm in my car, and so they never have to be in theirs, basically.
awesome. Um, it's a great idea. You've done something similar to this in the past for people, though. I saw something with wheelchairs and a little child.
Yeah, I've done a bunch. We're talking about 3 years of me doing this. But go back in time, Brenda, my best friend, grandmother, she had Parkinson's and couldn't get back and forth to the hospital, and insurance wasn't covering anything. And so we released this book, Home Water, together, and that funded for her to get the medical care that she needed. She needed some in-home nurses, she needed bandages, she needed wraps, she needed a bunch of stuff that she couldn't afford, which finally got the lymphedema in her legs, got that down, and we got her an electric chair and a bunch of stuff to get her a little bit more mobile during all of that, and ended up, that was what took off my first sort of moment, was this book, and it did, and so that's kicked off everything. And then as we progress, I got other people some electric chairs, and there was individual named Kelsey who had Angelman syndrome. She needed some bottles and things like that. And the problem was that those sorts of things weren't covered by insurance, but that's what she was required to use. So she had to use the Dr. Brown's bottles, which were the most expensive bottles. And she has this knack of biting through and tearing through the nipples. So she had to go through a pack of these. So it was very expensive. And so I was just leaning in and seeing these people and trying to fill the needs that I need to. And she needed a car seat, and it had to be a custom car seat made for Kelsey. And so we got that made for her. And then I just keep going.
I see the videos on your TikTok channel, which is just Ryan Milletti, and that's RianMileti, Ryan Milletti, like on the books. And I was just, wow, look at everything he keeps doing. And then I see where you went with Ted and Jane. This is the 75-year-old veteran. You filmed them, and they went and they did make a payment with some, I guess, after you sold the first 1,000 books. And, I can see how grateful they are because they've been through a lot.
Yeah, they've invited me over and made me some pie and all kinds of stuff. It's been wonderful to them begin, and they even made me she's made me some salsa, and she's made me some just random things, the jars and cans that they give me, and it's beautiful. They've been married for 44 years, and it's just I love being around people that genuinely are they're just I can't speak highly enough of them. They're a beautiful couple.
I'm impressed. Neil, this guy's living in his car to show people what it would be like.
So living in his car. So how do you blow up on TikTok? Or I don't know, because I've not gotten to see his TikTok. How did you blow up on TikTok living in your car?
Living in my car so a veteran and his wife don't have to be in theirs, and I'm not
No,
leaving.
I mean blowing up, meaning like doing well on TikTok. That's
Right.
great. You lived in your car, but if you lived in your car and didn't broadcast anywhere, it wouldn't matter.
Right. I live stream it, and people come in and they're like, "Why are you in your car?" And it's like, because if I'm not, there could be a 75-year-old couple. If they don't get their home paid off, they could be living in theirs because they're at risk of losing their home. And that conversation is just so easily understood over and over. And I've slept in the car and live streamed, showing the journey. And it's apparently there's not enough people in the world that are willing to give up, well, anything to kind of take care of each other. And I've that's sort of had an impact on people. It's the fact that I mean it. Like, I'm going to stay here and we're going to do this and we're going to make it happen.
So starting out when you went first live on TikTok, how many followers did you have? This is just
Oh.
interesting in the journey because of not giving up to go and find a platform and to do something so amazing. You know what you've done. It's unreal. And like of what you're trying to get, selling this on Book Talk. It's calling staying the course. How many people were live the first time? First of all, your followers, and how many were live the first time? How many were live the second time, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. When I first got on, I was just live streaming in the car, and it was like 15 viewers. It was sort of small. And then there was a few lovely people that came to the live stream, saw what I was doing, and said, "Can we give books away with you?" And I was like, "Well, if you want to buy a few extra books, you're welcome to get them for others." And so some people were buying 5, 10 books from the live stream, and then I was able to give them out to people on the live stream at the same time. So that's when everything just started to blow up, and I was getting at a peak. I had 700 people watching me live from the back of the
Doc,
car.
you guys, yeah, no, that's unreal. It's really crazy in so many ways, for sure.
And it allows people to come together and give each other books, and it's all going to Ted and Jane. So it's beautiful to see people, just help each other. And there's been so many people that have reached out to me, say that they couldn't afford a book and they're in hospice or they're going through this treatment or something like that. And we've been able to, there's other people on TikTok that have been like, "Well, if I get you a book, can you send it to them?" It's like, "Sure." And so there are people that are going through chemo that were going, their son was in the hospital and stuff like that, that they're able to get these books to just pass the time while they're in the hospital. So it's just beautiful that people are able to use this sort of platform that I've got here to reach out and gift each other, and it all go to an overarching thing to pay off a veteran's home. So it's all around just making everybody better. And it's just, I don't know. I couldn't tell you how that just happened.
It's a magnanimous pay it forward. You are paying it forward to Ted and Jane and to the others that you have helped. And these individuals are doing a little bit or their little part to try to pay it forward. I saw people that said, "Hey, when I get to payday, or I'm unemployed right now, but I'm interviewing for jobs, and I will buy a book. And then I saw where they were being gifted a book. Somebody else was buying one so that you could then mail it to them. And I saw you putting them in the mailers and sending them out in the videos.
Yeah.
And it was like, look at this guy. How many nights have you spent now in the car? And what was the temperature last night?
It's been 55 nights now, and it wasn't too bad last night. It wasn't too bad, but a couple nights ago it was 43, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, that isn't too bad." I was like, I didn't have something to seal me, like I was just in a comforter that just kind of air. So it was like I didn't have. Yeah, it was the 43 was a brutal 43.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't expect that shock to come through a few days ago, but
So
go ahead.
you have 3,042 books to sell? More?
3,042 left, and their home is paid off. That's all
Okay.
that's left.
How many have you sold so far?
Oh, this was over 5,000. It was closer to 9,000, but I started counting down at 5,000. So
Wow. You've sold an awful lot of books to be in a car in 55 nights.
yeah, at 55 nights.
How can people reach you? I mean, I know the TikTok, the Ryan Milletti on TikTok. Do you have another site or anything that I think Amazon, Goodreads?
Right. I've been writing books for about a decade. So you can find my books in a lot of places, but everything that it comes to getting this number down is all TikTok related. Because this is where everybody can see how many books were sold, and they can watch this number go down and the live stream. That's all TikTok exclusively. But yeah, you can get my stuff other places, but it doesn't go towards this.
It's all TikTok. So how many followers do you now have on TikTok?
223,000.
Than you had when you started?
When I started, I think when I first started doing books, I was around about 80,000.
Okay.
I was doing okay.
So how did you build to 80,000?
I was just posting motivational content on TikTok, and then Brenda wanted to write a book together, and then me and her story sort of brought it from 80 to the 150, and me being with her, and then from 150 to now where we are is sort of how it's taken off from there. Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool.
And what would you tell people that are trying to get a message out and go on TikTok? How long does it take to build?
It really just depends on the content you have. I mean, if you're genuine, you're authentic, tell your story, you can, there's no, TikTok's weird because you can become famous overnight on it. It's not really dedicated to posting every single day. It's just like, if you could post something that connects with people. I mean, there are some celebrities that they get on there, post one video, and all of a sudden they got 1 million followers. So it's like, it's just, what are you posting? Really?
Yeah. Well, right. I think you're doing authentic posts. I mean, you're every one of your posts that I looked at, and I looked at a lot of them, if you're wondering, and I checked them off, and I shared a bunch because
thank you.
I found it fascinating. I found it just such a give back, just such a decent, kind thing for anyone to be doing for anyone else. And so when I was looking at your videos, every one of them is authentic, and you are not in any way exploiting the people. They seem so very much in love with you. They're very grateful and love.
They invite me
and
over.
You seem the same. You come across the same. I mean, you can tell there's a lot of joy between all of you during different things that are going on in the videos. And then there's also the laughter, right? There's a lot of laughter in your videos.
Yeah, there is. It's a hard subject because there's a lot of people that are like, I can't believe, that insurance would deny them coverage and then would have to make that decision to refinance the house. But it's one of those things that, other than that, there's hope at the end of the tunnel because there's a way for us to get it paid off anyway. And I think that's the message. It's like, together we can make it happen anyway. We can take care of them. And that's what I try to say in the videos in some fashion. And I try to thank everybody, because without everybody coming together, and doing this, like 3,042 books, that's like 3,042 people. That's not just, that's a lot of, that's a pretty big crowd. And to have that many people not only see what we're doing, but also get a book at whenever they can, it's a whole different kind of coming together, because then they have something and that's why I try to write good books, is because if it's a good book, they'll also recommend it. So the better they are, the more I can help.
Yeah, well, I think you really helped them, and I know you keep talking about the 3,042 books that we've got to get sold, everybody, but you started with 9,000 books that needed to get sold, and this is what you've accomplished in 55 nights. So hopefully, after 56 nights, let's try to get that even down closer. Let's get into the 2,000s. Let's break into the twos.
Yeah, we're 42 away from breaking the 3,000s, and it's just like, and then it's going to be strange seeing that moment where we get their home paid off, and I don't know what's going to happen. It's like, we did it. It's coming. I just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think you've got another set of grandparents.
Right.
I think you've gotten a new set of grandparents. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, they are. They're they're a beautiful couple. I really hope that I get to be like them one day, because being married for 44 years is just, oh my goodness. And the fact that he says every day, it's like, yeah, I hope that I keep her for another 44. It's just, that's what I want.
Pretty good.
Wow. Interesting stuff. So the best place people can go is TikTok then.
Right. Yep. TikTok. It's crazy, but it all funnels through TikTok. Yeah.
I love it.
For sure.
Thanks again, sir.